course. So anyway, my name is Andrew Lenti. I'm the Managing Director at Top Tactical Intelligence. We're the maker of PRESTO PDCA. This is a business management platform, operational excellence solution, or continuous improvement solution, depends how you look at it. So I want to give you an idea what we're doing in this simulation. Now, I just want to let you know, so you can see this is our management team, and PRESTO offers 14 operational excellence dashboards. So basically what you get when you're using this solution, you're getting the possibility to identify process improvement opportunities, track them, and of course, transform any improvement opportunities into PDCA projects. And today we're going to spend most of our time on that activity management dashboard. And keeping that in mind, just to give you an idea what our company is all about. So you can see PRESTO PDCA. We've been around since 2017. It's a software as a service offering. Just so you kind of understand what our management team is up against on a daily basis. Well, we have staff mostly in India, EU, and the UK. We have clients pretty much all around the world now as online subscription clients, but our enterprise clients, I put a couple flags there to give you an idea who we're working with. And that's in addition to the US and India and the EU, we have a major client in Senegal, we have a major client in South Africa, and we get a lot of interest from the African continent in the last 2 years. I find it pretty interesting, and it's definitely been an amazing journey. Marketing partners in the US, service providers in the US, UK, India, and of course we have a sales team, or should I say sales partners. These are mostly consulting companies that support us and use our product to bring our product into the market. That's how we have many of our clients pretty much all around the world. Now, you do see there's pretty much of a hole in the APAC region, the Asia Pacific region, but I'm hoping 2024 changes that. And of course, if you have any interest in becoming a partner in this program or becoming a user, feel free to reach out to one of us, because we'll be delighted to get to know you. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to show you my dashboard today. For those of you that have been in our demos before, I usually show a manufacturing simulation or a case study. In this case, I'm just going to show you how I use PRESTO PDCA to manage my daily business. So starting from the top, the theme of this webinar is digitizing your lean management program to support process optimization. And I, as a software promoter, as an innovation promoter, I'll always be the first one to say you need to build a foundation before you start applying lean concepts. If you don't have a house, you can't really go in there and do anything that you want to be doing. And in that makes there's no exception for your digital foundation. So what we like to do with PRESTO, we like to start from the top. We want to avoid that bad system that John made a reference to earlier. So as Dr. Deming said, a bad system will defeat a good person every day. So what we want to do as you build your company in PRESTO, I'm going to show you now my dashboard. Here we are, and you can see here's our team. We have our major, this is our first line of management. This is our C-suite, okay? And if you take a look at our C-suite, we also have all the people that are supporting each business line, and we have all the processes that are supporting each business line. So what you're getting here is you're getting this.
Andrew, you're not showing your screen. It's frozen on Deming's picture.
Try that again.
There you go.
That was it now.
Good.
Okay. So here we are. You can see I'm landing on my dashboard. We have our C-suite up at the top here. We have each business line. You have the number of people that are supporting the business line, and you have the number of processes that the business lines are putting out. So what this gives you is this top-down visibility. So let's imagine that you just joined my company tomorrow, and you're now going to be responsible for operations, or you're going to be responsible for business development. Well, the first thing you want to know who the people are that are working on those teams and what they're actually doing. And this is where you start to get that digital foundation. You get the chance to start being curious without having to send emails, make phone calls, and have meetings, giving you time to start giving yourself, getting yourself informed about the actual value chain that you're supporting without having to get into the administration with the people that are actually taking the business forward on a day-to-day basis. So keeping that in mind, you can see right now we're looking at a dashboard, a standard work dashboard. And every job that we like to do in Presto, we like to pass it through the plan, do, check, act, change cycle. And of course, there's a fifth column here, the act, the acknowledge. Before you can plan anything, you have to acknowledge that you're going to be doing it. In other words, if a customer complaint comes in, is it a customer complaint? Is it an issue? You acknowledge it. And the minute you say yes, then, push it through the PDCA cycle. So keeping this in mind now, let's go take a look at the business development team. So I'm going to click and I'm going to go down a level, and you can see here's our business development team. We got 29 people supporting it. We got 166 business processes that contribute to the value chain. And if I just click on any picture, I'm coming straight in, and I can see immediately, okay, business development, we have marketing, we have sales, strategic sales and marketing partners, and we have top T sales. So now if I want to take a look a little further into what these teams are actually doing, I got a nice little shortcut button here. Who are the people on this team? Who are the processes on this team? Now you can see underneath, and what are the roles that this team entail. So right now we're talking about in this office. You could consider this an office, even though we're talking about virtual work. We're talking about functional work underneath. We know marketing there's 15 functions underneath. There's 8 people supporting it, and in the highest level of the function, we have a head of marketing, we have a head of sales, we have a top T sales agent. So you can navigate around the company to get the visibility you need. So at this point, I'll say, let's go take a look at the product team. So I'm going to type in at the top right, Binoy Mohan. He's our lead product manager, head of IT, however you want to call him. And I'm going to jump to his dashboard. And I see immediately, there's Binoy Mohan. He's got 9 people supporting him. He's got 46 business processes that are helping us keep Presto PDCA in the market. So if you take a look, you see this little red ball here, and that little minus sign is telling us on the website management team, we're understaffed. So if I take a look at that, I'm going to go back to this little org chart here, and I can see we need a team lead and we don't have it. And you can actually get an idea for that because you see there's nobody actually in here. And the reality of the situation is the people you see here are actually rolling up their sleeves, doing this process as we need it on an ad hoc basis. But obviously on my wish list, I would like to have a single resource dedicated full-time to website management. So jumping to our admin panel, just to give you an idea of what's happening there, I'm going to jump on the website management team, and immediately you'll see here's where every team leader has the possibility to manage up, not just manage their resources, but manage up. Tell their leaders above them what they need to do their job. And in this case here, you can see we want a team lead, and unfortunately, we don't have that team lead. So let's talk more about this position here. We've called the role team lead, but now let's imagine we're interacting with HR or interacting with learning and development. So now let's actually go down to the next level of detail. Let's call this team lead. We need a web development manager. Here's the description of what that person needs to do. And here's where you as a process owner, as a team leader, start to tell the company what you expect from this person. So I'm expecting that this person has very high technical skills, very high analytical skills, has high creative and innovation skills, high problem-solving skills, semi-high communication and client orientation skills. So here you're starting to communicate up the food chain to HR, to learning and development, saying this is the role that's on this team that we need. And you can go even further and build your own job description. And you can see here, this is the web development manager. This is the person that's going to fill that role when we decide to hire that person. So this keeps the company very visible regarding roles and responsibilities and where there's potential risk that things aren't going to get done because you don't have the resources you need. So next thing I would talk about, let's have a look at processes on these teams. So if I take a look at the website management team, we're talking about 6 processes. If I open that up, we've grouped them into 3 macro processes. We do inbound web page management, e-commerce management, and SEO management. And of course, if you want to open up these processes. There's our six processes, as you can see, supporting the 3 macro processes. So once again, if you just joined this company as our new CTO or as a new the Chief Human Resources Officer, before you even start speaking to people, you're going to start to give yourself an understanding of what type of business is taking place. And we're going to get even into more details shortly. But what I really want to talk about today is about moving the needle, getting work done. So quick note on strategy, as you're going to see now, we're going to fill up our activity dashboard that you see here. We're going to fill it up with activities. But what I like to highlight, and this is one area where clients are very interested in this product, especially the clients we have, they're interested in using what you're about to see, and they always have great ideas to enhance even further. We talk about strategy deployment. We talk about Hoshin Kanri. Now, we're not going to go too much into that at the moment. We're not going to talk too much about KPIs, but what is important at the simplest level, as you're teaching your company to manage strategy, you're teaching your company that you have strategic initiatives. And these strategic initiatives here, you might want to call them OKRs. You might want to call them that famous Northeast wing of the Hoshin Kanri Strategic Initiative Panel. And you can see here, these are the 8 things in my company that keep us busy. These things have been on my mind now for the last 12 to 24 months. We're launching a mobile app, due out potentially January. I know in our last webinar, I said it would be out in late November. Here we are. We hit a couple roadblocks and we actually had a couple enhancement ideas. Automating and enhancing our online training help desk, increasing the closing success rate on enterprise deals. What small business doesn't have problems closing new deals that are in the pipeline? Automating Presto's online subscription model. Most of you that know me know I usually spend a good portion of my day talking about getting our website to be more user-friendly for online subscribers that are buying Presto without making any phone calls, without getting to know us. And, slowly but surely, we're getting there, but it's been a big project. It's almost a year now. We're working on this, and we're about to launch another offering online. Right now, we have 4 plans you can buy online. Hopefully, for the end of next week, we're going to have 5, including our first freemium offer. So in other words, if you're interested in this product, as of next week, you can use it for free for life. And most of the stuff you see in today's call, you'll have access to without even needing to make a phone call or use a credit card to sign up. So you can see here, these are our strategic initiatives. And what you're going to see now, we're going to link these strategic initiatives to the items you see on the dashboard. So to keep this short and sweet for everybody, I'm jumping back to PowerPoint for a second. Hopefully you can see that. And we're talking about daily work. So the big thing I like to talk about here in Presto, this is the value add that you're going to get. You're not getting this from the Mondays.coms or the Microsoft 365s or any of the project management solutions out there. You're getting the possibility now to group your work into 3 areas of business. Now, I like this quote because basically what Drucker is saying here is that with all this stuff going on, it takes a leader to know what to do and get the right stuff done at the right moment. So basically, how do we approach activity? How do we approach business in my company and our clients' companies? This is what most companies pay us for, is we teach you to be process-oriented. We teach you to understand that there's 2 ways of doing things. There's the reactive way and there's the proactive way. And the way you measure how proactive or how reactive you are comes down to this diagram you see here. And the best way to do it is start at the process level, go process by process, team by team, and figure out, is this a proactive process or is this a reactive process? Are we constantly fighting fires and managing deviation, or are we in a position to constantly improve that process and keep it stable? And as you start asking those questions, you start answering that famous question, what does it mean to be working in your business when what you want to be doing, you want to be working on your business? Are you fighting fires or are you building an empire? And that's what the Presto dashboard allows you to do. So keeping that in mind, here we are on the dashboard, and we say, let's talk about issue management. So I come to the issue management dashboard. You can see these are all my issues. You can see what phase they're in the plan, do, check, act. I'm going to put a filter now just to clear everything off so we can do an example. I'm going to say, here we are. Let's talk about a customer complaint. Actually, let's start with an easier one. Let's do a just do it issue. Let's imagine we have a technical glitch. We're going to assign it to Ramesh's team. It's a product development technical glitch. Let's imagine Technical glitch. Let's imagine Google Share Drive is down for some reason and we need to fix it. Google Share Drive. So this is an operational issue, and this is a quality issue. Now it's probably a productivity issue. You might even call it a safety issue because we can't access our documents. I'm going to save that, and now we're officially launching a Just Do It PDCA issue. And what you see here now, you can see immediately we have a checklist that's already loaded for you. Of course, you can make it so that nothing's loaded, and it's saying approve and confirm the issue. And what I'm going to do here now, I've approved it, and now what I've effectively done, if I open up my PDCA report, I've effectively taken us out of the act phase and I've put us into the plan phase. And our automation is telling us that that plan phase needs to be done within 1 business day because the issue could be very urgent. So here we are. Now we're saying assign tasks. So I got a couple placeholder tasks in there. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say identify issue. I'm going to be very general right now, just for the sake of this demo. Task number 2 is going to be solve issue, resolve issue. So now I'm doing this, and you can see as I do this, at the task level, we have the RACI matrix that this team leader has pre-configured. He's saying, whenever you have a Just Do It issue on my team, I want Deepa to be the responsible party. Ramesh is the team leader, is the accountable. These are the people you can go to for help. And these are the informed party. There's myself. Now, I might look at this and say, I'm not interested in this. So you can take me out of the RACI matrix. And of course, anybody in the RACI matrix is getting alert messages, getting emails. So here we are, assign the tasks. We've decided we're satisfied with this. You can see these are the responsible parties, Deepa Jitesh, that's her last name, and you can see it's already in there. Assign a task force, there they are, and assign the time frame. So you might come here and say, I want this one done by the 23rd. I want this one done by the 29th. Now, assign the time frame, and now we're officially in the do phase. And now you can see there we are in the do phase. If I close this, there it is in the do phase. So that's how you capture issues out. You can build your Kanban boards to support the type of workflow you want. For example, our customer complaint workflow. Let's imagine we get a customer complaint today. I come here, it's quality oriented. I save it, my customer complaint workflow. I'm going to jump to the slide just for a second, and then I'm going to close this and let Pedro take the next. My customer complaint workflow, hold on a second, is looking like this. So you can see we still got the plan, do, check, act, but this time we're going to say three steps: open the complaint, action plan, close the complaint. And what we've done, we've married the act and the plan phase together. And we got 1 confirmed complaint task as an act task, and we've got 3 act tasks in the check. And we could spend a lot of time talking about the famous act phase. To me, that's the phase where so many good opportunities go to die because people move from one fire to the next. They don't take time to thank the staff. They don't take time to capture lessons learned, and they don't take time to share anything that they've learned with other departments. So in this case, we're saying here we are opening the complaint, confirm the complaint, prioritize, launch containment measures, identify the task, assign the team, agree the time frame. There we are in the action plan, and these are the tasks you're finding. And of course, there we are using our PDCA cycle. So I'm going to stop at that, but I will in the next 5-minute presentation I'm going to do at the end of the call. I'm going to show you how to improve processes by identifying waste reduction opportunities. So with that, I'm going to close the presentation and hand it off to Pedro.